to Anchor the Light. So today, let's talk about releasing resentment. When I read this Japanese proverb that says "let go or be dragged," it's actually teaching us to release and let go of anger and resentment. Now, let go or be dragged. What exactly does that mean? That's why we pick an image of a chain. When a person is angry and upset, whether you like it or not, we connect to the person that we didn't forgive uh, or we stay angry to. It's like a chain. So you say, oh, but it's justified. It has nothing whether it's justified or not. It's what happens to you afterwards. So when we're angry, we're upset, we don't let go, it basically degenerates. So it looks like something like this. When you're angry with someone, it starts with anger. You don't let go of it. It starts to degenerate into resentment. Meaning you're not just pissed off, you're pissed off for an extended amount of time. Okay? So from anger and resentment, it moves on. You don't let go. It's like, oh, you're pissed off and all that. At some point, you get so angry and upset that the word hatred comes to mind. So from anger and resentment, it degenerates into hatred. By the way, just a side note, I remember many years ago when I was studying the teachings of the Tibetan teacher, Holy Master Dwal Kul, he said something to the effect that to the spiritual practitioner, to the spiritual disciple, they have to eradicate the word hate in their speech. The energy of it is so vile, so bad, that just by saying it, even if you just, casually saying it, it dirties the aura. Like people, they say, oh, they hate a certain food. They use the word so haphazardly, they don't realize what they're doing. It literally creates a chunk of dirty energy in the aura. And you say it enough times, what happens? It builds up. So whenever that word comes to mind, I will just say strongly dislike or really don't like it, but say it with a certain tone so I avoid using that word. Now, some of you are going, yeah, it's just a word, Yeah, that's exactly your problem. Nothing is just a word. Every time you say a word, your throat chakra emits a certain frequency, and in nature, there's certain there's certain nature spirits that are, let's just say, the construction workers in nature. So when you say something, they generate this or they create this energy or this form. That's why the key there is, if you remember Genesis, and God said, let there be light. Said means the universe was spoken to existence. There's your first clue. So that's a macro level. On the micro level, what we say have a tendency to happen. First energetically, and then it trickles down to the material world. So people actually create their own suffering. By how? They cannot shut up. They cannot control their speech. They go, blah, 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 and they go, how come we got problem? Hello? Okay, so I just want to add that in there. If you can, remove that word out of your vocabulary. I only say it because I'm sharing it as a way to teach. But I personally don't use that word. I eradicated it a long time ago. And that's why when I hear people say it, I just kind of shudder a little bit, like, oh, man. But when you tell people, what do they say? It's just a word. Okay, go suffer. Okay, keep that in mind. So from anger, it degenerates to resentment. Resentment, it degenerates to hatred. And over time, when that gets so strong, it turns to vindictiveness. Vindictiveness simply means you want to get even. Because that negative emotion of hatred is so strong, it's not enough that you feel it, you want to hurt the other person. And the mind, the mental faculty, the intellect has a tendency to rationalize. And if that person doesn't let go and they keep going, guess what happens? It degenerates into maliciousness. That means not only do you want to get even, you want to make sure there's harm to the other person. You go, I'll never do that. Yeah, right. I wish you luck. When that person gets so much into that negative emotion that just was a seed, was just anger, by the time it degenerates down all the way to maliciousness, they can rationalize everything. Just look at any of the people you know who are really angry with someone. They're normally good people, but when they get so pissed off, stupid things come into their mind. You see that in politics. Right? You see it in politics. Here in the United States, you see people that's supposed to be loving and blah, 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 whatever, and then they have a tendency to rationalize anything, even violence, because they deserve it. Mm-hmm. It starts where? Anger. And if it keeps going all the way down to maliciousness and they still don't let go, guess what happened? It turns into ruthlessness. Not only do you want to cause harm to the other person, no holds barred, no limits. Even if it's severe destruction over the other person's property or their body or their relationships or finances, you don't care anymore. By that time, that person is so enveloped in darkness that it eats them up. At that point, it's very, very difficult to dig yourself out. True? So think about it. This is how it degenerates. Anger, resentment, hatred, vindictiveness, maliciousness, and ruthlessness. At that point, anything goes. And usually the way to dig out of it is when that person is taught by the law of karma. Then they learn. They go, oh, okay, better forgive, because so much anger, hatred have accumulated. They don't have inner peace. It ruins the relationship, ruins their finances. Everything's going down the toilet. Then they go, okay, I better pray for forgiveness. Well, at least better late than never. Now, the big reason people don't forgive is they say, if I forgive, that person will abuse me, that person will hurt other people, blah, 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 and a host of, they give you a big novel. So let me help you out. This is one of the most profound teaching Grandmaster Cho has ever taught us. My teacher, he said, you have to differentiate inner forgiveness and outer forgiveness. Inner forgiveness is a form of spiritual forgiveness. In other words, you have to have this certainty that every soul is evolving. I'm a soul that's evolving. I will screw up. That's part of learning and growing. Whoever's hurt you is also a soul that's learning and growing. In the process, evolution, Evolution involves time, process, and mistakes. Time, that means the chances of a person turning around instantly from being angry and upset or being a horrible person to suddenly be a saint overnight, it's possible, but not probable. So there's time and there's a process that's involved. Some people, the processes are longer, some are shorter. And part of that process involves screwing up, making mistakes. So inner forgiveness means you have a realization that, hey, I'm entitled to learn from my mistakes and grow. So is this guy. So spiritually, I forgive you, period. There's no but. You say, well, what does that mean? It's just like when somebody, you always know when a person's not sincere when they say sorry. They say, I'm sorry, but because, and they give you a big old paragraph, right? They're not really sorry. Because when a person says, I'm sorry, I take responsibility, period. Make sense? So that means the same thing when you say, okay, I forgive this person, period. Done. That's the spiritual side. Nobody needs to know. It's just the three of you, me, myself, and I. Make sense? So spiritually, okay, that person has hurt you. Okay, spiritually, I forgive you. Externally, I create boundaries. In other words, from their side, they look at you that you're still pissed off and angry. You're not going to let this matter pass. So you might get a restraining order. You might sue them. You might reprimand them. Make sense? So in other words, you internally forgive, you externally create boundaries. That's that. You get the best of both worlds. You have inner peace, you can sleep at night, you get to spiritually evolve, you get to learn and grow, and you don't get shackled by that resentment. Externally, you have order. That's it. It's very simple. I didn't say easy, it's simple. But you see, it starts with realization. For a lot of you who are holding into anger, resentment, let me be very direct with you. You're just hurting yourself. The person that's hurt you, that you're pissed off with, could care less. They're going about their business. They're going about their business, enjoying their life, and you're rotting inside. How dumb is that? Think about it. How dumb is it? Now here's the problem. If you watch, there are channels, there are social media. They say, well, I love myself, therefore this, therefore that. Okay, that's good. It's good to love yourself, but you're not really loving yourself if you're rotting in your pain. That's just dumb. Forgive, let go, move on with your life. Spiritually, you forgive. Externally, you create boundaries. You keep going. Now, I'll probably lose a bunch of you after listening to this, but whatever. Just do my job. You'll eventually come to that conclusion. Now, in the big picture, this is how a message explains it. Message said, okay, if two people don't forgive, you're chained. Now, it starts like this. You'll notice when somebody's hurt you, you're angry and upset. You feel like, oh man, that person pisses me off. He did this, did that, right? So you feel it. Then you notice that for the next few hours, you keep thinking about it and you're feeling angry until you get distracted, right? With work, with other things. Then the following day, the next few days, somehow it's still eating you up. So what happens? You keep thinking about it. And then you find yourself talking to people, your friends, someone who listen to you emotionally unload and vomit. Oh man, this person, and you keep going. And this person enables you. Oh yeah, I know what you mean, man. Okay, so guess what happens? It gives you even more fuel to keep going. So this drags on for weeks, for months, for years. In the meantime, the person you're pissed off could care less. They're having a wonderful time, and you're rotting inside. Now, what you didn't realize energetically is when you don't let go, that thought form becomes so strong in your aura, and you create a cord. You see, people like to talk about negative cords, right? Oh, yeah, man, people are cording me. They're draining my energy. When you're pissed off with someone and you don't let go, you cord them. You actually, from your solar plexus, come to attach to them. And the more you think about it, the more you feel it, the more you all that, you know what? That pipeline gets bigger and bigger until your two auras are merging. You go, man, I'm merging with the person I'm pissed off with. Yep. I don't believe in it. Who cares what you believe? It is what it is. That is what's seen by somebody who could see energy. Person A, person B, person A is pissed off. They don't let go. Person B could care less. This is just like a cord chasing the other person. Something to think about, right? That's why when you understand energy, you realize it's so stupid. Why would I hold on to this when I'm just making it worse? That's why one of the techniques we teach in forgiveness is you cut the cord. It makes you notice when you're angry with someone, the more you think about them, the angrier you get. And then you start noticing the thought patterns you have start becoming similar to their thought patterns because the auras are being pulled closer together. No, we're not done yet. That's just the start. Now, on the soul level, if you're open to this, if two souls are, let's say, when you have this thing happen that's very upsetting, let's say you are business partners. Okay? Something happens and you vow never to forgive each other. That changed two souls. When that lifetime is over, in the next lifetime you'll meet them again. This time will be closer. You could be siblings. And something will explode, something will happen, give you a chance. Look at it this way. Give both souls an opportunity to break the chain. How? By forgiving. It doesn't have to be both. It has just to be one. And since you're the one listening, hopefully it's you. But just let's say you go, well, this the guy doesn't deserve it, blah, 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 whatever else. It gets tighter. Next lifetime, it could be something even closer. It could be life partners, husband, wife, whatever, something very close. So in other words, it gets tighter, the chain gets tighter and tighter, the oars get closer and closer, the more you don't forgive. Now, try to understand it intellectually. Do I really want to be changed with the person I'm pissed off with the most? You go, of course not. Well, guess what? If you don't let go, you will. That's why I remember my teacher used to say, he goes like this, he goes, in your mind, when somebody has hurt you, you go, I don't want to see you again, so I forgive you. Do you hear what I just said? He goes like this. Of course, you don't tell the person verbally. Okay, I'm going to forgive this person because I don't want to see him again. Cut, finish, move on. Now, I know some people always say, no, I don't get this, because you're feeling that anger, you should acknowledge it. Okay, go suffer. Don't waste my time. Because when people do that, you know what they're doing? They're just feeding it, feeding it, feeding it, feeding it, and they go, I can't get out of it. It's like digging a hole deeper and deeper and say, I can get out. Well, stop digging. You are a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, divine will. It is how you utilize these three aspects of the self, the I am, that we maneuver through life. Okay? Now, by understanding it, that's the first step. Because once you understand it, you lift it from the emotional body to the mental body. From there, you utilize the aspect of the soul says, enough. I don't want to do this anymore. And because that decision is made, which is used by the will, then the will can direct the mental faculty to say, let me do this, let me do that. Also control the emotional body to say, okay, although the tendency is to feel anger and resentment, I will instruct my emotional body to say, quit it. Focus on love, focus on gratitude, focus on the good people that has helped you instead of wasting, I'm going to say it, wasting your consciousness on people that hurt you. So that's the first step. The what and the why. Because I know some of you, I saw some of the comments you already asking, how do I do this? Well, you have to first make a decision you can do it. Because if you don't, no technique will help you. You know why? Even if we give you the best technique in the world, you will not do it because you're still pissed off and you go, this person doesn't deserve it, blah, 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 whatever. That's why I don't waste my time with people like that. I tell them, you have to forgive, you have to let go. They give me 1,000 reasons why they can't. I go, okay. That's it. I don't say anything bad. I say, okay. I walk away. Because your mind's made up. Why should I try to change it with facts? So that's the most important part. You have to first decide enough is enough. Let me let go and forgive. Then we go to the mechanics. Now, as far as the mechanics is concerned, there's twofold. One is how to cleanse your aura, your chakras, to increase spiritual connection so it's easier to focus on love, forgiveness, and gratitude. And the second part is how to eradicate these thought forms in your aura and cut the negative connection. So here's how we're going to do this twofold. This first session, we'll do the meditation, cleanse your aura and your chakras, increase your spiritual connection. Okay? Part 2, which is, today's, what day is today? Wednesday. Wednesday in Southern California. The Wednesday night session, 6 p.m., we'll do the forgiveness technique. By the way, that forgiveness technique, if you want to know, is actually taught in this class. The Spiritual Essence of Man, the Chakras and the Inverted Tree of Life. This book by my teacher, Grandmaster Choa. I highly recommend you read it. Okay? So we're going to do that part of it in the evening session or the second session. So the purpose of this is to at least have you understand it. After you understand it, we'll do the meditation to just flush out the aura, increase the spiritual connection. And most of you should feel better. And then tonight, we'll go excavating. Because to put it all together, some of you are still trying to adjust. You go, well, I have to forgive. Okay, that's why we give you time. Now, here's the wonderful thing about this. When we do the meditation Twin Hearts, when you activate the heart, it's easier to forgive. Because the heart chakra is a chakra of love. Make sense? The crown chakra is a chakra of unconditional love more than just to the people you know. It's universal. So this one is love for people you know. This one is love for all beings. So as you activate the heart in the crown, it's easier for you to see things from the soul's viewpoint. Some people, when they do meditation, they actually get to see the situation and go, oh, interesting. This is the second time or third time we have this conflict. We already had this conflict 5 lifetimes ago. It's just coming back. Isn't that wild? Then you start to look at yourself and go, man, if I forgive them 5 lifetimes ago, I wouldn't be meeting them again. Or this time it'd be a better relationship. The reason people are suffering is because they're swimming in the mud that they created themselves as they respond to what happened outside. So when a person doesn't forgive, they create thought forms of anger, resentment, and hatred. These are, just imagine there are dark clouds in the aura. And the more they feed it, it gets thicker and thicker, and before you know it, it's enveloping the soul. That's what you call mud. Right? So, as a person look out into the world, they just see mud. So it starts to even affect their good relationships. Because now they're looking through the lens that is dirtied with anger, resentment, and hatred. So even people they love, they cannot connect anymore because their own thought forms and mud acts as a barrier. So you might think you're holding on to the anger and resentment just to that one person. You're severely mistaken. It will start affecting all your relationships. And last week we talked about it will also affect your finances. So, if you really think about it, there's no reason to hold on to that anger resentment. None. Zero. So, you just have to make a choice. Hey, you want to keep suffering, you want to keep going. That's it. Keep going, be happy, be healthy, enjoy your relationship, be prosperous, or just keep holding into that ball and chain and keep waiting for people to give pity on you. Good luck. That's it. Let's meditate. Focus on your crown. I am that I am. I'm not the body. I'm not the emotion. I'm not the thoughts. I am the soul. I'm not this physical body. I'm not those or any of those feelings of anger and resentment. Those are not the I. I'm not the thoughts. I'm not any of those negative thoughts I'm projecting or thinking of this person. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, so I get to choose the thoughts I create. I am a spiritual being of divine love, so I get to choose the emotions I create. I am a spiritual being of divine power, so I use my will to decide what thoughts, feelings, and actions I generate. I am that I am. The soul, the spiritual self. Be still. I am the soul, the spiritual self. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spirit, the divine spark in me. I am a child of God, meaning we're still growing and evolving. So are the people who have heard us. We're all children of God. We are all means all, still growing and evolving. However, we all come from the same source. We're connected and one with God. We're one with God. We're one with all. There's only oneness. Be still. Some of you might feel a sigh of relief, a settling, because you are realizing the truth. Be still. Now open your hands in blessing. Be aware of your heart, your hands. We'll do the meditation twin hearts as taught to us by my teacher, Grandmaster Chua Kok Sui. So be aware of your heart and your hands. Project beautiful pink light to fill up the entire earth. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere, within me, outside of me, let me bring forth, let me sow unconditional love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. Where there's darkness, light, sadness, joy. Just be aware of your heart and your hands. Fill the earth with peace, with love, with the spirit of forgiveness, with hope and with faith, with light and lots of joy. So be it. Be still. Now be aware of your heart. Inhale. Be aware of the top of your head, your crown. Exhale and stay there. Your crown is filled with so much golden light. Just allow that golden light from your crown to flow down through your hands and bless your family. Fill them with golden light. Bless your relatives, your friends, the people you work with. Let that golden light spread throughout the city, the country. Let it spread throughout the entire earth. From the heart of all loving God, may all beings be blessed with loving kindness. May all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. May all be blessed. Fill the earth with golden light, your family with golden light, your relatives and friends. Bless the entire earth with intense golden light. Blessings be to all. All means all, including the people who have hurt you. Fill them with golden light. Now, be aware of your heart and your crown simultaneously. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Imagine golden light even brighter than before pouring out of our hands and once more blessing our homes. Saturate your family and relatives with this beautiful golden light. Let it spread throughout the city, the country. Let it spread throughout the entire earth, both inside and outside. From the center of the heart of God, may all beings in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, may all beings in the physical and non-physical world be blessed with God's unconditional love and kindness. May all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. May all be healed of any pain, sorrow, or suffering. So be it. Now just be still, let it flow through you. You might feel a pressure on top of your head, a certain current flowing through your body. Just let the energy flow through us. From the center of the heart of God, may all beings be blessed with inner healing. May all be healed of any pain, sorrow, or suffering. So be it. Blessings be to all. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Now, with your eyes still closed, tongue still in the roof of your mouth, just gently put your hands down. Imagine a beautiful golden light floating above your head. Some of you might see it as a golden star, a golden flame. Just picture it above your head. The image doesn't have to be clear, it is there. Now just be still. From your heart, send a stream of love up to your crown and into that golden light. Stay there. Just allow your consciousness to gently drift deeper and deeper into that light. You are that light. Stay there. Be still. You're not the body. You're that brilliant light. You're not any of your feelings, positive or negative. You are simply that brilliant light. You're not any of your thoughts and ideas. You are that brilliant light. Just be aware of that brilliant light and just silently say, I am that. That I am. I am that self of light. That self am I. I am that self of light. That self am I. I am that. That I am. Be still. Om. Om. Allow yourself to drift deeper and deeper into that light. Your entire awareness and consciousness merges with that brilliant light. You are that light. I am that. That am I. Be still. Om. Be still. Be aware of the deep inner stillness. And just simply let go and let things happen now. Gently, very, very slowly, very gently and slowly, move your fingers, move your toes. Very gently and slowly, come back to your physical body, your physical form. Raise your hands in blessing once more. Picture the earth in front of you. Imagine the people you love. May all be blessed with good health, happiness, prosperity, and spiritual oneness, so be it. May all be blessed without exception, with good health, happiness, prosperity, and spiritual oneness, so be it. Now, be aware of your feet and the base of your spine. Put your golden light down into the earth. This is to help ground us. Let the entire earth be blessed. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, love, and power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it. Just imagine the earth below you filled up with golden light. So be it. Let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother. Thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Tuakok Sui Mahaguji Beng, thank you in full faith, and so it is. All right, open your eyes. Okay, hope you had a good meditation. And if you just do a short experiment to see how it feels about whoever has hurt you, you should feel lighter. Because what happens is that meditation has a cleansing effect. Your heart, your crown gets activated. When a person is angry and resentful, the solar plexus is actually bigger. The heart and crown are smaller. So that has a reverse effect. We're changing the condition of the chakras to cause a behavioral change. That's the shortcut. Okay, thank you very much for joining us. We will see you 7 hours and eeks. I went overtime here. 7 hours and 8 minutes for the second session of releasing resentment. We'll practice what is called the forgiveness technique. And again, if you don't have it yet, get a hold of this book. In whatever country you're at, if pranic healing is being taught, or you can get it online. It's called The Spiritual Essence of Man, the Chakras and the Inverted Tree of Life, written by my teacher, Grandmaster Tuakok Sui. Okay, the forgiveness technique is there, and we will practice it in the next session. So come up with your list of the people you want to forgive. You know, some of you have to scroll through your iPads with all the names, so you have databases. No, I'm just joking. Okay, we'll do it later. Okay, namaste, everyone. You all take care. God bless, and we'll see you in 7 hours and few minutes. So it's going to be on same wherever platform you're watching this. Okay, namaste. Take care. Bye bye.